farming method is fish production. Generally we consume fish, many of the non-vegetarians consume fish, and fish is a great source of omega-3 fatty acid which is only found in fish, and fish is a good source of protein. So it is a cheap source of animal protein. Fish meat is usually cheaper in cost. So it is a cheap source of animal protein for food. And what are the types of fishes? We have true fishes, like all the fishes what we get outside in the market. And there are some shelled fishes. Shelled fishes are prawns and mollusks. Then these fishes are obtained by fish farming and capture fishing. Capture fishing is nothing but sometimes for your hobbies, you put a fish net in a pond or a river and then capture it. 1 or 2 fishes. That is capture fishing. And the culturing of fish for the production of fish production for farming and maintaining as a hobby or developing as a source of income is fish farming. So the source of the fishes are always both seawater and freshwater. Fishes are always found in both seawater and freshwater. So we will discuss about marine fisheries, that is seawater fisheries. So India has a 7,500 km of sea coastline or fishing area, that means beach area or river area. Then in this beach line, what all types of fishes we get? Tuna, mackerel, sardines and pomfrets are the varieties of the seawater fishes. Increase in yields are there. These seawater fishes, how can the increase in yield of these fishes? The location, the schools of the fish, that means schools means where the fish can be found in large in number. So the schools of the fishes are located with the help of satellites and trackers and locators. So thereby they will be increased in the fish. Thereby they will be increased in the yield of these marine fishes. So how can the yield of the marine fishes? Because seas are usually very large. So how will you know that where you can catch, find a good catch of the fish? So that's why the increase in the fields are done with the help of satellites, locators, GPS. They locate the schools of fish in an open sea with the help of satellite, and then at that place they go and catch that fishes. Thereby there will be increase in the yield of the marine fishes. Then there is something called mariculture. Mariculture is nothing but culture of the fisheries, culture of the sea fishes. Farming of the sea fishes is nothing but mariculture. Then there are some high value sea fishes available in the market. Examples of such high value sea fishes are mullets, hake, pearl spots, prawns, mussels and oysters. Oysters are sometimes used for production of pearls also. So these are all high value marine fishes. So this is about marine fishery. So mariculture is the type of the marine fishery. The fishes are the increase in yield of fishes is achieved with the help of locating the schools of fishes with the help of satellites, GPS trackers and locators. Moving on to inland fisheries. Inland fisheries are nothing but freshwater fisheries and also areas where freshwater and seawater meet. Such areas are called estuaries or lagoons. So in these two areas, the freshwater sources are canals, ponds, rivers and reservoirs, and estuaries or lagoons are the places where freshwater and seawater meet. So these are the sources of the inland fisheries. Then fish culture is sometimes also done with the paddy crop or the rice crop for the inland fisheries purpose. So how? Along with the paddy crop, there will be water below the paddy crop always. So in that paddy crop, always the fishes will be grown. Thereby the farmer will have double income. So fishes are also cultivated along with the paddy crop. In the roots of the paddy crop, there will be water content where fishes will be cultivated. So this culture of the inland fisheries is known as composite fish culture system. The culture of the inland freshwater fisheries is known as composite fish culture system. So in this composite fish culture system, 5 or 6 species of a fish can be grown together without competing with each other. How? Because some fishes are surface feeders, that means they live only in the surface of the water. Some fishes live in the middle area of the water, middle level of the river. Then some fishes live in the deeper parts of the river, and some fishes live in the almost the last parts of the river where weeds will be present. So these feed on separate things. They do not move from their area to the up or down. So that is the reason 5 or 6 varieties can be cultivated in a single pond. So examples of surface feeders are catlas. Examples of the middle zone feeders are rohu, and the example of bottom feeders are common carps. So these do not move from their zone to the other zones. That is the reason they do not compete with each other for anything, food or anything, light or oxygen. That is the reason 5 or 6 species can be cultivated in a fish pond in a composite fish culture system. So cultivating 5 or 6 species in a fish pond increases the yield of the feed, thereby increases the income of the farmer cultivating these. But there is some problem when you grow this. Fish usually breed in the monsoon seasons. But what happens? They cannot wait till monsoon seasons, right? So that is why they do artificial breeding of these fishes. It is called fish seed. The babies of the fishes are called fish seed. So these fish breed only in the monsoon seasons. So there is lack of availability of seed in the other seasons. So that is the reason artificial hormonal stimulation is done to the fishes to increase the fish seed and thereby increasing the yield of the fishes. So this is about inland fisheries. So the last animal farming method is beekeeping method. So bee is nothing but rearing the honey bee for the honey purpose. Usually honeybees are reared for the purpose of honey only. So mainly done for the purpose of honey. Beekeeping is done mainly for the purpose of honey. And then honey is a great agricultural enterprise. It provides a great income to the farmers. There will be low investment, whereas leads to the additional income. So and it is a source of also bee wax. Bee wax is very much useful for medicinal purpose. So beekeeping is done for the purpose of honey and bee wax purpose. And there are local varieties. Present for the production of honey. What are these varieties? Apis dorsata, rock bee, Apis florea and Apis mellifera. Apis mellifera is also known as Italian bee. So this Italian bee has high honey collection capacity and it stings less and it breeds very well. So this is the advantage of the Italian bee. So this is beekeeping. So this production of the bee, production of the honey, the quality or the value of the honey is always depend on the flowers available for nectar and pollen collection. So the quality or the value of the honey which we get is always dependent on the flowers available or for the collection of nectar. Then the quantity of the honey is always dependent on the kind of flowers available, which also determines the taste of the honey. So remember, the quality or value of the honey depends on the flowers available for nectar or pollen collection, whereas the quantity and the taste of the honey is dependent on the kind of the flowers available. So this is all about beekeeping. Hope you understood the chapter Improvement in Food Resources.